don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up, are growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit.
The Post, it flies. The news. Look, Ma, no wires. The Times, blue bomb buzzes Metropolis. The Planet. We're sitting on top of the story of the century here.
I want the name of this flying whatchamacallit to go with the Daily Planet like bacon and eggs. Franks and beans, death and taxes, politics and corruption.
Hello, hello, hello. What is up, everybody? Greetings, good evening, salutations, good morning, wherever you are out in the world. It is I, Decrepit, and we are back once again live on the Decrepit channel, aka the Realm of the Shadows. And we are here for another glorious episode of Hang Out with Your Floppy. Excuse the intro and a little bit of the glitchiness in the beginning. I ended up switching over from my Wi-Fi to one of my hotspots that I have over here in my den, aka my cave of sanctimonium, where I stream and do all sorts of bad things and villainous plots. So hopefully you guys bared with it, so it didn't really bug you too much. But we are here and we are live. So happy to be here, man. It's been a little bit of a hiatus, I'll admit. For starters, we could just get that out of the way. I know it's been a minute since I've been live on the channel. I think it's like a month ago since the last live stream that I did. Video hit, what was it, 2 days ago, two days back, I dropped the video. So we went ahead and put out a video for you guys. I know you guys have been thirsty. Everyone's been hungry for it. Went ahead and put out a video titled Not My Green Lantern. And it's been flustering a little bit of people here and there. Some people have loved it. Some people have not liked it. But, that's what it's all about. Getting people talking, getting people checking out what you're working on, man. It's all about pushing and moving that algorithm to try to get some light on yourself. So nothing wrong with that, man. But hopefully for those of you guys that enjoyed the video, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you liked it and you guys got a laugh and a kick out of it. And for those of you guys that didn't enjoy the video, appreciate the engagement on the channel. Always love to see that happening. So real quick, before we keep jabbing the jaw, I'm going to go ahead and say what's up to some people that were here already in the chat. We had Brandon the Awesome hit it. He said when the world needed him most, he returned. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, man. Double A's in the building. The Silent Sith Lord has returned. I have. And then I saw Oddball come in here. He said, no way, with the eye emojis. And then I went ahead and I obliged him. And I said, wait, we are back, man. He said, at last you revealed yourself to the Jedi. Excuse me. Nice little quote from Maul. Little twist on the quote. I'm at work, but I'm lurking. Can't wait to listen. Right on. Appreciate you being here, Oddball. Good to see you. Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart both deserve better than this. They do. Good to see you guys, man. Double A said, good to have you back. Yeah, man, it's good to be back. Yeah. Like I said, a little bit of a hiatus. I've been so busy with my two jobs that I have in like my real life. And suddenly I had to take a seat, and I had to sit down at home for. I have to sit down at home for a little bit now because I'm suffering from a tendon injury. So unfortunately, it takes some time for that to heal. So I'm in a little bit of a soft cast, a boot right now. Don't have too much mobility going on my plate. So plenty of time for me to go ahead and start chipping away a little bit at the YouTube channel. And we are going to talk about more of that in a little bit, but good to see you here. I enjoyed the video. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Double A. Thank you. That illness must have been havoc if you were off for a while. Well, yeah, I feel like 2026 has been a flurry of just bad luck for me. I got hit with being sick twice in a row, like with the walking bronchitis and sinus infection, and then this and that mixed together. And then I got busy with work once I got better, and I worked 2 jobs. So that takes up pretty much all of my free time. And then this whole injury happened to me suddenly, abruptly. I won't go into details into it, but yeah, like I said, I have to sit down now, have to just kind of kick it, relax, chill out for a little bit. So yeah, but I'm glad that I can get back in touch with the community, get back to all the chats, the discords that I'm part of, and get back on Twitter and see what the hubbub's about, see what's all the ruckus, see what's been going on with everybody. Keep you in my prayers. Hope you heal up and feel up to it. You're always welcome back on Awesome Cast. I can mention that here, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah. For those that don't know, if you're watching this on the replay, if you're live, I have been featured on Brandon the Awesome. His show is called Awesome Cast that he's got going on. I believe it's every Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. So go check that out. And since we're shouting out other channels right now, I believe Knights of Melvin is live right now currently. So I do know that some of the community over there tunes into what I do over here. So we probably got some of those lads over there checking out what Melvin's doing tonight. He's got Duel of the Cannons going on tonight. So do go check that out, please. And if you're watching the replay, I'm pretty sure his replay will be up and available to go view if you go choose to do so. Raging Rhino is also live right now. Ragecast is going on. So go check out Raging Rhino on his channel. So excuse me, please. Sorry about that. Raging Rhino has been talking about a little bit about the quartering drama. That's a whole mess I'm not even going to touch tonight. I think I'm going to save that for Thursday night when we do Unlimited Tirade. Spoiler alert, Unlimited Tirade is coming back this week. And I think I saw, D-Day Cobra's live, but I don't think I have anybody from his viewership that comes over here. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it on the mentions and the shout outs for the current live streamers. But yeah, I think I am jabbing enough, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate everybody that checked out the new video that's on the channel. Really appreciate that. We ended up hitting 1,000 views earlier today. A couple hours ago, we hit 1,000 views on the new video. That is a milestone for a small channel like mine. My first video with over 1,000 views. Pretty cool. It's not about the views. It's not all about the views and the likes and the shares. It's not. It helps, but it's not all about that. It's just about being an opinion piece and a little cave troll with a big voice. That's all I care about. But with doing this, I do this for fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the likes. It's not about the views at the end of the day for me. But I just wanted to note that is a nice little cool milestone. And also too, I will note we did end up gaining about 11 to 12 new subscribers to the channel. So welcome. If you guys have never seen one of the live streams or you're catching this on the replay, appreciate you guys joining what we got going on over here. Good to have you, and we welcome you all the same. All right. I think that's enough of a disclaimer to get out of the way. Yes, no, yes, maybe so. I didn't even say it, man, at the beginning. It is I, Decrepit, the hooded lad in the corner of the cantina. I don't even believe I didn't even start the fucking live stream right. What am I doing, man? First live stream back, guys. First live stream back, jitters. So bear with me, all right? All right. So tonight we're going to be talking, of course, about some stuff that I didn't mention in the video, maybe some things that I left out. We're going to be discussing James Gunn abandoning one of his projects that was part of his rollout for the first stage of his DC Universe plan that was announced back in 2023. Tonight, we're going to touch a little bit basis, talk about a little bit of the Supergirl stuff that's been going on. Apparently, there's been a lot of screenings going for Supergirl, and it's a little bit of a hectic mess. And then we're going to kind of dabble into the Clayface talk. Clayface trailer dropped about 6 days ago. That's going to be nice to have a little discussion on. So, yeah, I think definitely there's a few things to discuss. Lots of jibber jabber and murmur talk has been going on too, still about the Green Lantern or the Lantern show, I should say. No green, because green is stupid, remember. But yeah, let's go ahead and Melvin's live. So H.O.W.Y.F pulled the Lantern trailer. I saw that. I did see that. For those that don't know, yes, thank you for reminding me, AA. For those that don't know, Warner Brothers themselves pulled down the official Lanterns trailer. What could that mean? Speculation could say that either embarrassment is what's led to it. I don't know. Maybe the controversy going on with Damon Lindelof and what he had to say and his stupid joke that he cracked, and the little the little bit of a backlash that they got from some of the comic book creators in the scene, such as Grant Morrison, a fucking legend, had something to say about it. So I just don't know what's going on there. That's more to discuss later down the line. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's see. We're going to talk about that stuff, of course. And then also, too, we are going to get into a little bit of some comic book recommendations, because with this, after all, is Hang Out With Your Floppy, where we discuss comic book oriented pop culture topics and events. And we will hit you with some comic book chat afterwards, comic book reviews and comic recommendations. All right. So the first one we're going to hit tonight is the Authority movie. By James Gunn got basically put on the back burner, and we're going to go ahead and share screen. Let's get this up for you guys. Okay. So basically, we're going to be pulling up the article on Variety.com, and the title reads as follows, saying DC's The Authority movie put back on the back burner, says James Gunn. Script wasn't quite there, and story didn't work in terms of the larger DCU. You know, you just really got to love it when they put these rollouts. Like, prime example, LucasArts. I can't go a stream or a video without mentioning the stupid stuff that's going on with Lucasfilm, or I don't know why I said LucasArts. I meant Lucasfilm. LucasArts got shit canned, if you don't remember, RIP. But Lucasfilm was notorious for announcing these being ahead of the curve in their terms, saying that they were releasing all of these amazing groundbreaking projects that was going to hit, and we didn't see half, if not even a quarter of those, or we saw only a quarter of those come into fruition, I should say. So doesn't really change the tune when it comes over to stuff like Marvel and DC, especially the DCU. The Authority was part of the lineup as well, next to Sergeant Rock, and I want to say Amanda Waller's show was also mentioned next to this. So to find out that this is getting put on the back burner, or to be put into the back, and it's not going to be seeing the light of day, possibly. They say possibly, but I know for a fact this is probably not going to even come out, guys. Let's just be real. So let's go ahead and scroll down for this article. And for one moment, real quick, here, I'm going to mute myself. Gotta blow my nose for a moment. All right, sorry about that. Allergies is just a motherfucker right now where I'm at in California. We have pollen and tree trimming and everything. I live in like an orchard, really country area, so the allergies is not doing me any favors right now. God damn it. Okay. So James Gunn is currently in production on his Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. Uh-oh. Another one. But is still using threads to keep comic book movie fans updated on the longer ongoing DC universe, which apparently will no longer include the Authority movie, at least not anytime soon. See, I'm telling you, they say probably not anytime soon. These kind of words that kind of linger on to make you think that this is going to come out later down the line. But I think we're pretty much all familiar that it's probably not going to happen, Lamb Chop. It's probably not going to happen. So I'm not. Don't hold your breath if you're out there and you're a DC shill. I wouldn't hold your breath. Don't be sitting there thinking that the Authority is going to be coming down the line. And you're going to finally get to see one of your favorite characters at the screen. You know what? I actually think that anyone that's talking about the Authority and that's actually bummed about this not hitting the silver screen, I think they're a fake fan. I don't think a lot of people actually know about the Authority. And if there is people out there that know about the Authority, they're probably older cats, like older cats in their 50s and 60s that know about it. Nobody that's younger like me, or younger than me, I should say, probably even knows about the Authority or the characters like that. I know a little bit about them because I'm just a nerd like that when it comes to DC Comics. But I'm telling you, they're not one of like the most notorious group out there when it comes to comic book characters and hodgepodge ragtag team of characters. Like I know about the I know about the Outsiders, Batman and the Outsiders, like the Outsiders group that has Metamorpho in it. I'll go into that more in a little bit right now. But the Outsiders is more well known than the Authority. And I could tell you, like, I already could tell you right now that the Outsiders would have been a way more successful standing point to jump off of than launching a movie about the Authority straight up. It continues to say in the script, or into the article right here, quote, the script wasn't quite there, but more importantly, it didn't work in terms of the larger DCU, both in terms of the story and practical concerns. Maybe someday, not soon. Gunn revealed about The Authority, which was one of 10 projects that he and Peter Safran announced in January 2023 when they first unveiled their plans for the new DC universe. Yeah, man. So the DC universe basically was announced, or the James Gunn DCU, I should say, was announced early 2023, and the Creature Commandos was part of it. The Waller live action TV series was also part of it. Superman Legacy, at the time it was called Superman Legacy, was in the pipeline for it. Lanterns was part of it. The Authority was also into it. Paradise Lost, some action TV series. The Brave and the Bold live action movie, Booster Gold, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and then the Swamp Thing live action movie. That was the lineup originally for 2023, and how the times have changed. I just want to say that I don't think we're going to see even half of those. Of course, Lanterns is going to be coming out, but fuck me, that's shit show in itself, dude. I just don't know what to say about that. Hold on real quick, guys. All right, sorry about that. Real quick in the chat, Webslinger's in the chat saying, long time no see. What's up, Webslinger? Good to see you. Not gonna lie, I thought you had become one with the Force or something. No. I'm quite active. I've just been busy, man. Like I said, you can rewind the stream. I explain it, but had something happen in real life, and now I have some time to kill at home. Man of Tomorrow will be just as bad as Superman 2025. Man, I don't know, man. Would you consider The Authority a ripoff of Squadron Supreme? It's pretty close, dude. It's pretty close. Honestly, I don't think that I think more people know about Squadron Supreme actually than they do The Authority. The Authority is real niche, but every time I bring it up, I'm telling you, the only reason that we got this particular lineup of all the projects that I named right now at the early of 2023 was because these are the things that James Gunn likes. Like, these are James Gunn's favorite things about the DCU, and he thinks that meshing and melding them together into this fucking like clusterfuck of a rollout for his universe and what it's shaping up to be, he thinks this is what the best course of action is. And unfortunately, the backlash from it, from a lot of the majority, I could say that with wholeheartedly, I think it's the majority that's not very pleased with this. Evidently, with the success of these things and the blockbuster numbers that are coming out from the Superman film last year, I don't think that this is going to be the success story that everyone might have thought it was going to be. Because there was high hopes. There was high hopes of James Gunn taking over DC or the DC film universe. And I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of like had a little bit of a possibility, thinking that, oh, maybe this could be turned around, maybe this could actually be something that we'd like. But I unfortunately was just met with dismay, because when I watched Superman, or when I watched Peacemaker, I thought Peacemaker was just, it had no purpose, it has no point in this universe. I don't think that Peacemaker stands as something that you can put next to Superman, and it doesn't fit as something you could put next to well, fuck me, Blue Beetle doesn't even count in this, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. So I don't even know why I was going to mention Blue Beetle. But oh my gosh, dude, like when you try to pinpoint the starting of this universe, like the start point for this, it's actually, the goalpost keeps getting moved all over the place, and I feel like James Gunn is a big part of the goalpost moving. But I'm getting a little bit of ahead of myself right now. Let me finish this article and then we can keep going. The Authority was a series of comic books that launched in 1992 and centered on a superhero team whose members have a less than idealistic approach to saving the world. More popular characters included Dr. Swift, Doctor Swift, Midnighter, the Engineer, and Jack Hawksmoor. Well, they're also forgetting Jenny Sparks and Apollo. They're part of it too. Yeah, Jenny Sparks is like the leader, and then Apollo was like one of the main members as well. When the Authority was first announced by Gunn and Safran in January 2023, the duo said the project was being written now. Safran described the team members as Jack Nicholson and a few good men. They know that you want them on the wall, or at least they believe that. That's a weird thing to say. It isn't just a story of heroes and villains, and not every movie and TV show is going to be about good guy versus bad guy. Gunn said at the time, there are people that are very questionable, like the Authority, who basically believe that you can't fix the world in an easy manner, and they take things into their own hands. Now, that sounds very similar to the archetype of style of groups that James Gunn loves to dabble in. Like, I mean, let's come on, like this basic little paragraph right here that we're looking at, it isn't just a story of heroes and villains. Not every movie and TV show is going to be about good guy versus bad guy. There are people that are very questionable, like the Authority, who basically believe that you can't fix the world in an easy manner, and they take things into their own hands. I feel like you can take the words authority out of this paragraph and replace it with Suicide Squad. You can replace it with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I can't help it. He's never going to break this stigma for me that he just can't stop with these ensemble ragtag like group projects where he has multiple quirky characters together, a hard-ass character, a big dumb brawny character, a petite little agile smart character, and then maybe like an animal or like a animorphed character. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just always think I hear this kind of shit and it comes out of his mouth, and he just says the same thing but just about the different group of characters that he's describing. I think he's a one-trick pony. I don't think that he knows how to make a solo character study type film. Like, we're going to talk about Clayface too, and I don't think that Clayface has exactly his hands all over it. I believe that's more of the director that's in charge of that one. He's getting his aim for it, but I don't think that's even going to fit next to anything that James Gunn has produced so far. Article goes as follows, saying, in his new response to fans, Gunn revealed that he never planned to write or direct the Authority movie himself. Shocker. The DC co-boss has been adamant in various interviews since taking over the studio that DC movies will never go into production until their scripts are fully developed and ready to film. Gunn also confirmed in his latest update that Booster Gold and Paradise Lost, two other projects announced in January 2023, remain in development, in quotes, and in extreme development, respectively. When a fan asked Gunn why it was taking more than 3 years for these projects to get off the ground, and the writer-direct reminded people that standard operating procedure of 95% of scripts and shows that get made. The DC universe continues next with Supergirl in theaters June 26. So, oh my gosh, man. Like, I honestly, dude, he can't even give straight answers. Like, these people in Hollywood, they just make me laugh so hard. They make me cringe. They make me laugh. They make me roll my eyes. they make me belly ache. James Gunn and his his mindset and his operations of how he interacts with fans, like, oh, like, just trust the process, like, my word is final, my vision is going to be the perfect vision. And it's just, oh dude, like, it just comes off so fucking arrogant. So like, I don't want to say the word privileged, but he just comes off really privileged. He's been at the height of like being Hollywood like gold, and Hollywood loves him so much, and no one tells him no. And I just think that this is just highly ridiculous. I just don't think that yeah, the Booster Gold and Paradise Lost, no one should even hold their breath for those. I don't think those are even going to happen. I really don't. I highly doubt that those projects are going to even be made. I'll stop sharing the screen real quick because we're done with that article. Real quick. Webslinger said, I honestly don't think Authority movie's coming out. No, it's not going to be coming out. DCU is like Star Wars, where some movies and shows will never come out. Yep, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. I hope to God that DCU Batman movie never comes out. You know what, man? We're still getting the Matt Reeves Batman. We're still getting that. That's still coming. Like, I don't know where people are going to get the idea that that's going to get put to the ground and then his Batman film's coming out. I mean, we already have these projects that are already in existence, and we still don't have a Batman for this universe that he's crafting. There's no Batman. There's no Wonder Woman. The Superman that he gave us is just like, David Cornsweet didn't do a bad job as Superman. He has a good look to Superman. I'm not a fan of the suit per se. I'm not a fan of like the shield, the S on the chest. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not really a fan of the way it looks. But David Cornsweet's not a bad Superman. He looks the part. I just think that the direction he was told to go for the acting and the dialogue is just, yeah, very leaves a lot to be desired. True, Gunn cares about making his version of the DCU, hence changing Peacemaker and any underrated character. Yeah, that's why when I watched Peacemaker, I was very I want to say that I was very perturbed. I was very disturbed by the fact that Peacemaker was just a raunch fest. It was just fucking like, just I know I curse and I like say nasty stuff a lot, but the way that Peacemaker was just full of just foul language, and John Cena was just so unlikable. He's not an attraction when it comes to like acting skill for me. Like everything that he's in, it just feels like he's just being John Cena, and I can't see past the face of John Cena. Just like how I said in my video, I can't see past the face of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He just plays The Rock in everything that he is, and he doesn't have like an actual character that he embodies when he's on the screen. So same thing with like Will Smith. I don't think Will Smith embodies a character other than in anything new, at least. Like in his older movies, maybe, yeah. But I don't think in anything new that I look at Will Smith and I see the character that he's playing. I just look at him like, oh, he's just talking and acting like Will Smith. How to make a James Gunn movie? Have a ragtag team of outlaws with the butt of the joke protagonist, daddy issues, and insert 80s music. Yep, pretty much. Thank you. James Gunn, one trick pony, no originality. Yep, that's what I like to say about him too. So yeah, man, like, the DCU, it's supposed to be divided into chapters, right? And the first chapter is supposed to be Gods and Monsters. And it began with the first season of Creature Commandos. And like how I laid out everything for you, it was the Amanda Waller show, and then Peacemaker, and and then the Lanterns, and then Superman Legacy, The Authority, Paradise Lost, Brave and the Bold, Booster Gold, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. But now, out of all that lineup, we've gotten Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, and Superman. And then Lanterns is coming up. And then Supergirl's coming up. Everything in between, Waller, The Authority, Paradise Lost, Brave and the Bold, Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, that's up in limbo. And we know Authority's not happening. Booster Gold's definitely not happening. Paradise Lost is definitely not happening. I could put money on. I'd be a betting man on that one, that Paradise Lost is definitely not happening. But what we see that is coming down the line, like Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I don't know if they renamed it, but at the beginning of 2024, they named it that, Woman of Tomorrow. And I think they switched it over to the Superman title for the Man of Tomorrow release title now. But Supergirl's coming too, and Supergirl doesn't look. Oh man, I can't believe they recycled Jason Momoa into Supergirl. I can't believe that we're like it's so, you guys clearly see how flustered I am by all of this. It's such a clusterfuck. It's such a mess. I can't stand seeing it be all packed like a sardine can together this way when these characters, there's no cohesion between any of these projects. I don't see how any of this is going to mix well at all. And let me see. Let me close that window real quick. I gotta slow down because I feel like my mind's going a million miles a minute. What the heck is Paradise Lost supposed to be about? If I recall, that's an old book. Yeah. And like I said, this is all James Gunn's, his favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. That's what he's doing with this DCU. Also, too, guys, I wanted to announce also that I do have a bottle of bourbon with me tonight for the stream, for coming back to YouTube tonight. So I will be partaking in a few shots of bourbon tonight in celebration of the 1,000 views for the new video, and then also for the new subs gained for the channel. So we're going to be doing that later tonight. Okay. One thing too. Hold on, let me see right here. All right, yeah. So there was this one right here. This article. Let's go ahead and get this on screen. We'll share you guys something else. I don't know if I'm going to be clipping some things out of the live stream for for clips or something, or for like when I talk about these topics, but we'll see what I end up doing. So anyway, this next article that I wanted to bring to your attention, I kind of already said some things that were mentioned here, like with the whole lineup right here, as you guys can tell, the lineup from 2023 being announced. This is from thepopverse.com, and the title for this article reads, DC Studios Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, What Changed, What Got Added, and What Went Away After the First Announcement. So basically everything that we're covering right now as far as shelved projects and what's still coming down the pipeline. So I'll skip right here where it lays out what was announced and everything, because I already went and read all of that for you guys. So the next part says, we broke down what was originally announced about each of these projects here. As you can tell from the viewpoint of mid-2026, that initial plan didn't entirely play out the way it was intended. Really? Certainly, the Creature Commandos animated series did come out on HBO Max in late 2024, but everything else was a little less straightforward. What disappeared? Let's start with the obvious. There's no Waller live-action TV series in 2024. The show is believed to remain in development, although DC Studios co-head James Gunn admitted in summer 2025, some things have moved faster than others. Waller's not been the fastest, but recently in March 2026, HBO Max boss Casey Bloys said that, I wouldn't say it's on the runway. Originally intended as a follow-up for Peacemaker Season 1, another project not on the Chapter 1. Okay, so right there, it's not on Chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters list. Ended up taking the place a second season of Peacemaker, which ran in 2025. Similarly, it's been now confirmed that DC is hitting pause on the Authority movie, at least temporarily. It's not temporarily, it's never coming out, due to a slower than expected development and other projects taking priority. 2 of the initial 10 projects on the Gods and Monsters lineup have, to some degree, for the time being, gone away even temporarily. This is just cope. This is major cope from news organizations trying to appease and sound still friendly to these studios. None of these projects that were said right there, I don't think, Waller's not coming out. That's not happening. Authority's not happening. And it's very surprising to me that Peacemaker Season 1 was not part of Gunn's DCU lineup, and it's not part of the Chapter 1 of his Gods and Monsters. But I guess, and he's still going to do The season 2 already came out, I want to say. So what is it? Season 3 that's going to be coming too? The world may never know. All right. It follows right here saying what stayed in place. It's not all been bad news, of course. Superman Legacy did come out on July 11th, 2025. It wasn't Superman Legacy, though, was it? Albeit with a name change, it simply became Superman, and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is coming this summer, retitled Supergirl. Lanterns is still targeted for an August 2026 premiere, even if the trailer for the show has been quietly pulled offline for reasons unknown. Yeah, why did that happen? Tell me. What? Tell me. And development continues on Swamp Thing, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost, and Brave and the Bold. Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, is for the most part intact, if admittedly taking longer and looking a little different than how it was first announced to the world. Yeah, I don't think any of that's coming out. I don't think it is, dude. Oh God. Shit. I get a kick out of this dude. I really do. Yeah. Woman of Tomorrow. Well, that's funny how they swiped it and just called it Supergirl, and now they moved it. They just don't know what they're doing. What the fuck? God. And then the cope for Swamp Thing and Paradise Lost and Booster Gold is great. The Brave and the Bold should have been one of the first things that came out. You should have started it and kicked it off with Batman, but we didn't want to ruffle Matt Reeves' feathers, did we? What? Oh, fuck me. I hate these people so much. The next part we're going to read is what got added. Okay, so we're going to add that right now. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that, guys. My cat, she ran outside. Whew. I'm one of those people, if I sneeze one time, I end up sneezing like 3 or 4 times. My bad. Real quick before we move on to the next part. If you see Tom King name attached to anything, run. I agree. Tom King is not fun at all. Who even asked for a Waller show? Not I, my friend. I did not. I've never been the biggest Amanda Waller fan. I highly doubt I'd be able to stand a whole show with her. Yeah, she was not a standout for the Suicide Squad film at all. They put her in both of them, didn't they? Yeah, she was in both of them. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking up this article real quick, guys. Bear with me a moment. All right, I think I found the next one that I'm going to put up. I'm just reading chat real quick, guys. Are you a fan of the Critical Drinker? Drinker's cool. I don't agree with everything that he's said, but there's a few things that he's put out that I've kind of agreed with pretty much. But I definitely have disagreed with some of the stuff that he's put out. I will say that I tried to watch Critical Drinker's independent film that he put out himself, and I wasn't really a fan. But no shade or no offense. I respect the grind. I reacted to the Clayface trailer. It was so weird. So okay, it's on screen, so I guess we can talk a little bit about it. The Clayface trailer did come out roughly 6 days ago. It's basically going to be horror based body horror kind of shit. It's going to be rated R for anyone who wants to know. And yeah, we got teaser images from this a while back. It's one of my older live streams that I covered some of the images, the previews for it. And, I knew that this was the direction they were going because that's what they were saying, that this is the way that they wanted to portray the Clayface film. And I I don't think that Clayface looks bad. And when I say that I don't think it looks bad, like it, in its standalone self, if it wasn't connected to anything else that was going on around it, or whatever James Gunn thinks he's going to add or connect to it, if Clayface was just by itself, it's a solo film, nothing else around it, it doesn't look like it's going to be bad. Now, that doesn't mean shit when I say that. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a speculation. And speculation, I wouldn't trust it as far as I could throw it. So the Clayface trailer was definitely intriguing, like with the way it's shot. But I sent that trailer to one of my buddies, and he basically said like, "Oh, this looks like a trailer for like a new Conjuring movie," and I was like, "That's hilarious as fuck." And like, I get where he's coming from, the way that it's edited and the way that the text blows up on the screen. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but I don't think that Clayface is going to land on its 2 feet when it does drop, because Clayface standing next to Peacemaker, standing next to Superman 2025, standing next to Supergirl and Lanterns, it just doesn't, none of this just, it doesn't mesh, man. It doesn't mix. It doesn't add up. It just doesn't equal out to anything that just makes any kind of sense. It really doesn't. Like, look at the scenes in Superman 2025 with like the Justice Gang and the kaijus and the alternate dimensions and what have you, and then the fucking alternate universe, and then everything that's going on, and the raunchiness that's in Peacemaker, and then you have the stuff that's going on that's going to be going on with the Lantern show that looks way different in itself. That everything looks like it's in its own universe. Like Superman movie and all the characters in that world, they look like they're from their own universe. And then cross over to another universe, you have the Clayface film that looks the way it looks, and then cross and step into another dimension or universe, and then you have the Supergirl film. I don't even think that maybe the Supergirl film and the Superman film might be able to look like neck and neck next to each other. But even still, man, I'm telling you, Supergirl looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. It really does. That shit definitely looks closer to a Guardians movie than any of the things he's done. And I just think he just wants to be back in his element really, really badly. I really want them. I really wish that Warner Brothers would just get rid of James Gunn, and then James Gunn has to go crawling back to Marvel. That would honestly be like chef's kiss, like fun for me to witness that. I would love for that to happen. But anyway, I think I'll continue with this article so I don't keep straining your guys' ears. This was Gods and Monsters, what got added. So this was added to the lineup, mind you. Part of that looking different comes from good things. October 23, we'll see the release of the third big screen DC Studios project, and it's something that wasn't even part of the first 2023 slate, Clayface, a horror movie written by Mike Flanagan that's very connected to the wider DCU, according to James Gunn. Gunn is also behind Man of Tomorrow, the sequel to 2025 Superman, that similarly wasn't part of Gods and Monsters launch announcement, and might be the movie that replaces The Authority in the grander... Dude, of course it would replace The Authority. Saying Man of Tomorrow might replace Authority. Dude, come on. A Superman sequel next to The Authority? Like, what do you think he's actually going to go for? What do you think he's going to bite? Like, come the fuck on. These people that write these articles make me laugh. It's not that it's just a Superman story. It also includes Green Lantern and anti-hero Maxima. Rumors persist that Maxima role is a red herring, and Adria Arjona will actually be playing Wonder Woman. We'll see. Gunn was also behind the aforementioned second season of Peacemaker that was added to the DC slate after the first 2023 announcement that has already been released. Additionally, there's an animated movie called Dynamic Duo that's been added to the schedule for June 30th, 2028. And the on again, off again Sergeant Rock movie. That's not going to happen either, guys, by the way. Project that came to public attention in 2025. All told, that's 5 additional DCU projects that came about after the official 2023 announcement of the DC Studios slate. If nothing else, DC Studios has demonstrated that it's a studio that's willing to be agile and change plans when necessary in its brief existence. You mean they had to make up last minute changes in order to save their asses? So yeah, I don't want to fucking hear that. Web Slinger said, "You think every Batman character is going to get a movie like Sony's Spider-Man universe?" You know, it could be. Could be. I actually think that was mentioned. I was watching. Who was I watching this morning? Oh yeah, I was watching. Jay and Ryan talk on Geeks and Gamers this morning, and Jay brought it up saying like, "Oh, like that's how Sony did. Like Sony was making all of these films about villains and offshoot characters and side characters because they can't actually make a movie about the main character Spider-Man, so they're milking all these other characters like Kraven and Venom and Madam Web. That's what it looks like going on over here. We're getting a whole lot of side character shit, not any main character things. Probably because the main character stuff, if he persisted and continue with it, it's just gonna flop and fail. And also, too, you shouldn't be surprised that there's no news of a Flash movie, because they put that out and look what they did with that. And that wasn't even James Gunn, but James Gunn himself co-signed it at the Flash movie and said it was one of the greatest superhero movies he's ever seen. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that James Gunn said that shit. All right. Anyway, it's this title, the article lays this out saying, oh my gosh, they just like PowerPoint it for you because they're just retarded. DC Studios Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, what it looks like now. So what does DC Studios Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters really look like as of the writing? The answer is this: 2024, Creature Commando Season 1, 2025, Superman and Peacemaker Season 2, 2026, Supergirl, Lantern Season 1, Clayface. 2027 is Man of Tomorrow. 2028, Dynamic Duo. And then inactive development, unscheduled, Paradise Lost, Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, The Brave and the Bold. Uncertain status, Waller, The Authority, and Sergeant Rock. Yeah, the uncertain status stuff is not coming at all. And then the article closes out, fucking this ad right here. And the article closes out saying, and that's to say nothing of the many DC studio projects that exist outside the core DCU continuity, like the Batman Part 2, the Mr. Miracle animated series, and more. The on-screen DC universe is growing, but even those in charge of it might be surprised by the shape it takes in the future, because they're fucking winging it. There's no plan. Please tell me we have a plan. Fucking quoting, to quote Poe Dameron from that fucking shit-ass Star Wars movie. Please tell me we have a plan. Oh, there is no cohesion. There is no plan. Just like how Lucasfilm had no plan, Marvel had to change it up, and they look like they have no plan. So that's why they're digging up fucking fossils and coffins to bring back old actors. DC has no fucking plan. Oh my gosh. It's just fucking abysmal, dude. We're getting an Amazon show before Wonder Woman. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah. There's another article that I want to bring up real quick, but we're going to take a break from articles for a moment. And we're already 50 minutes into the stream. Wow, how time flies. I just feel like I've been yapping so much. Real quick, let's take a shot of our first shot of bourbon for the night. All right, I'm going to pour up. I got some Bullet bourbon right here. All right. This right here, this shot right here in my glass, this is for the 1,000 views on the new video. Appreciate and cheers to everybody. Thank you guys so much again. I really, really appreciate it. And it's also for the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Hope you guys enjoy the content. And it's only going to go up from here. We're just going to keep going and keep smashing stuff out. So cheers to all of you. Skull, wherever you are. Salud, wherever you are. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Whoo. That's some good bourbon. All right. Shit. Smoke if you got it. Drink if you got it, guys. We're hanging out tonight. Okay. Whew. I haven't had bourbon in like I want to say like a week plus. It's been a while since I drank some bourbon. All right. All right, all right, all right. Where is let me go ahead and sorry guys, I'm looking for a clip. Never mind. I don't need that clip. Yeah, it's only forward from here. Yep, yep. No Flash, no Wonder Woman, no Batman. What the hell is going on? They don't even know, man. They don't even know what's going on, honestly. So, like I was saying, dude, Clayface, right? I don't think it looks bad like what we're given with the Clayface trailer. It could be decent, but like I said, it's misplaced, okay? Like fucking Clayface, it looks good, it looks decent, but it's just so misplaced into this map and this timeline that's already existing. Uh like what spot in the timeline is this taking place? And I was doing some research and apparently Clayface is before Superman. Like it's before Superman and I want to say it's before the Batman too. Like you have to be really scratching your head and pondering and wondering that like what's going on with this timeline that James Gunn. I fucking hate saying his name too. Like I get so tired of saying that fucker's name. I really really despise this guy. Like as a person, I just really really despise him. So I'm telling you right now that James Gunn he's playing like DC, just how J.J. Abrams. Oh, it's a whole lot of J's. J.J. Abrams was playing Star Wars ad libs with fucking the sequel trilogy. That's how I feel that James Gunn is doing this. Like he's seeing what sticks to a wall. He's got a whiteboard and a chalkboard in the corner, and he's just throwing darts and fucking markers and pelts, and he's just writing stuff down like a madman, and like Charlie in the fucking Sunny and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm fucking stuttering like a motherfucker tonight, but I'm telling you that he just doesn't know exactly what he wants to do. He has all these favorite things, little keys jangling in his pocket, and he has all these actors that want to be a part of these projects, and he wants to know who wants to hop on this movie, who wants to be a part of this show. Ain't no telling, man. Everyone wants a little bit of peace. Everybody just wants to work in Hollywood right now, and nobody cares about consistency, accuracy, or anything. I'm telling you. So we're going to see what happens down the line. We're going to see that what Clayface has to offer us. But like I told you, I'm not holding my breath. I don't think Clayface is going to be anything that meshes and it melds well with what's going to be up front, or what's going to be a part of the existing universe. I don't think it's going to mix well. And it's actually going to be quite ironic and funny if Clayface does the best out of all the projects. Like imagine Clayface comes out and it's one of those movies, it's kind of like a sleeper, and like over the weekend you're like, "Oh, it's actually hitting like a high 85 90 million over the weekend." Like I know that's probably preposterous to say, but just imagine like if it does those kind of numbers and then it comes back to the next weekend and they're like, "Oh, like it's creeping up to 150 million, like low key, like worldwide," and then it gets up to 200. And if Clayface hit 350, 400 million, that's a success. Like it's a very low budget film. It's not on any kind of level of what's came as the predecessors before it for this current DCU timeline. I think that Clayface could possibly have the potential to be the sleeper of all of it, and it would be quite ironic if Clayface outsells or overperforms Superman 2025. That would also be very fucking sad. I'm telling you, that would just be a sad thing if that happened. I don't want it to happen, but it could. It could happen. It could happen. All right, hold on, real one more second. Okay. Real quick in chat. It's okay. I already saw that. Hello, Knights of Melvin brought me here. I've seen your ass around, dude. You can kick rocks. You sure it was okay? Sorry about that. What movies he could get his brother in? Yeah, he always throws his brothers in something. He always will for sure. You think Clayface will succeed? How much money do you think it will make? I don't think it's gonna succeed, man. I said it would be surprising and it would shock me, and it would actually be like the sleeper if it did succeed. Like if it say it does succeed and it does overtake, like as far as like money made in the box office, and it has such a lower budget. Like let's go ahead and look real quick. I'll Google it right now. What's the budget for Clayface? Let's see that right now. Clayface movie budget. All right, there you go. The upcoming DCU live action Clayface horror film has an estimated production budget of around $40 million. 40 million bucks. And let's see, what was Superman? What was Superman 2025's budget? Superman 2025's budget was roughly 225 mil. Okay. So 225 mil versus 40 mil. And what did Superman box office? What did it do? It did 618 million. 618 million. If Clayface goes into the theaters with 40 million and then it creeps up to 300 million, 250, 300 million, that in itself right there is a success. But if it hits 4, oh baby, oh buddy, that's going to be something crazy. I'm telling you guys. I am telling you. Who knows how it will turn out? You probably have people that treat Clayface as a work of art like the Joker movie. Well, you know what? Joker 1 or the I say there's only one Joker film because Joker Foyer de la or whatever they fuck they called that shit. That shit was just that was a joke. I don't even know why Todd Phillips did that, but Joker was good. I will defend Joker. I don't think it's a good comic adaptation, but Joker is a good movie. Joker is a very good movie, and it's a very good like psychological kind of like cracked case study into like a very demented mind. I think the Joker is a very good film. I don't think that it deserves the criticism and backlash that some people have. The second movie, yes, the second movie is total garbage. I didn't even watch it. That should tell you something in there in itself right there. Joker 2 with Lady Gaga and like the musical aspect or the whole like musical number aspect to it. I saw that. I saw the writing on the wall. I was like semi hyped when I saw posters at first, but when I finally saw some footage and some trailer previews, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna just go ahead and let people just watch it and then see what happens. And once I saw the dumpster fire that followed and the progression of people protesting and rioting in the streets about that movie, I was like, yeah, good call, Decrepit. So yeah. But Joker wasn't bad. I think Clayface could be in the same ballpark of it could stand alone by itself, but James Gunn is insisting on including it into his universe and his thing that's putting that he's putting together. I just can't see how it's going to sit well and how it's going to mix well. I really can't see that. I really don't. Somebody try to help me see it. Okay, sorry, I read that. Brandon said, remember James Gunn lied about Superman 2025 being a box office success. Yeah, that was not so much of a success. They lost a little bit of money on that. I mean, the Clayface movie is going to be released around Halloween, so it's a good marketing strategy since it's giving a horror genre vibe. That's my only credit to this idea. Yes, I feel that that's also worth mentioning too. Yeah, the timing of it all. And I think people just might be intrigued on like some like offshoot stuff. When they see it, they're gonna think Joker. people might like try to connect those dots and be like, oh, it's a standalone film. There's no Batman in it, and it's a little bit of an off take by what the original story is. Because we can get to the origin of Clayface right now if you guys would like to. I can Google that for you guys so we can put it up on screen so you guys can check it out. Joker 2 doesn't exist. It was that bad. Yeah, I agree. Joker 2, I didn't even watch it. How about another joke, Murray? Joker would be laughing about how bad Joker 2 is and then violently murder Todd Phillips for it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's see real quick. Clayface, because Clayface... All right, so as of post 2016, DC made Basil Karlo's Clayface origin the same as Batman the Animated Series, in that he got into a car accident that disfigured his face, used the shape-shifting cream, only instead of involving Roland Daggett Basil, just took too much and eventually became the Clayface we know today. So if you guys remember from Batman the Animated Series, they touched on that and did a little bit of dabbling into the origin of the character. And I want to say that it was done well. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, actually, of Batman the Animated Series. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on, guys, real quick. I'm pulling up. Let me see if the video will show for us. And while I get that up, which Clayface? There's been several. It's Basil Karlo. It's Karlo that they're basing this off of. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think I got it. I got it. Like Han Solo says, I think I got it. I got it. So this is from Batman the Animated Series. Okay, guys.
Can the garbage. We ain't stupid.
No! You're Hagen, all right. You broke in for more of that stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, once they're hooked, they stay hooked. Come on, Hagen, we're going for a little ride.
Forget it! I know what that means!
Wait, I got an idea. Hold on. See, boy wanted more of this stuff, and let's give it to him.
Oh, not that way. Please!
Let's give him all he'll ever need.
No! No!
Matt, it's me, Teddy. Matt?
Oh, man, is that you? What in heaven's name did they do to you?
All right, so yeah. So that's basically where they're pulling it from, but obviously they're going to be dabbling and giving a little bit more to it in their version. Why does it always make me that big? All right. Okay. Which Clayface? Okay, I answered that. There could be a story where Joker goes after people making a movie about him. That'd be funny, yeah. Basil Karlo, I actually have the issues where he fully mutated himself into a giant clay monster. Yeah, but they're going to be playing with it a little bit, like I said in the preview. or not the preview, in the little synopsis where they talk about the origin for the movie, like the car accident thing, and then like the face shifting cream. That's where they're going to be leaning with it. So I think they're basically they're peeking and they're piecing and taking a few things from the animated series episode. You like the Clayface that was Bruce Wayne's friend? Are you talking about Hush? Is that what you're talking about, Hush, or is there another Clayface that I'm not remembering? Because Hush was the or not the shapeshifter, but the surgeon Thomas Elliot, where he changed his face to look like Bruce. But that was with surgery and like skin grafting and stuff like that. So yeah. But I think let's see what happens when Clayface drops, and let's wait till October to see it. I'll probably put out a video I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put out a video, but maybe I'll put out a video separately, or maybe I'll clip some stuff out from this to like put out in regards to what I'm talking about Clayface with the topic in the trailer. So we'll see more to be announced on that. For sure. I think that'll be wrapping it up. But yeah, James Gunn's DCU. What a mess, guys. What a fucking hodgepodge of just misery and dismay. I'm not too happy with it. Not even a little happy with it. I'm actually quite furious. But I think, he said Clayface from 2004, the Batman cartoon who was Bruce's friend. I'm not familiar. I'd have to see. Let me see. Let me Google that one. We'll look that one up. Batman Clayface 2004. In the Batman animated series, Clayface is primarily Ethan Bennett, GCPD detective and Bruce Wayne's best friend who transforms into a shape-shifting villain after being tortured and exposed to Joker's putty. Oh, okay. I don't think I ever watched the Batman. Yeah, I don't believe I watched the Batman web slinger. That's a good point. What was Clayface's origin in the Silver Age? Throw that on the screen too. Yeah, Clayface first Detective Comics issue number 40. There we go. We'll throw this up for you guys to check it out. We have to mix in some comic book stuff in this episode too, guys, for all the viewers that are fans of Hang Out with Your Floppy. We also talk about comic books, and we're going to do some recommendations for you guys throughout the episode. I think this might be the first one. All right, here we go. Detective Comics number 40. Let's go ahead and I'll share screen for you guys so you can see it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the lurkers. Shout out to all of you guys in the room right now. We really appreciate the turnout for this, guys. Thank you so much again. All right. So that's not right. What the fuck? Why did it take me to issue 600? All right, let me go down. Scroll down. That's not right either. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing. Just for a moment so we can get the proper comic issue on screen. I thought that was the right thing, but it took me to the Mud Pack, which is Batman or Detective Comics 600. Okay, here we go. Oh, I did have it. I did have the right one on screen. I did have it on screen. Yeah, so shown right here, Detective Comics issue number 40, first appearance and origin of Clayface, aka Basil Carlo, first cover appearance of the Joker in Detective Comics. So, yeah, this was released in June of 1940. So this is the first introduction to the character of Clayface, and this is a very pricey book, guys. This book goes for like $4 or $5 grand in like mid to low condition. So unfortunately, you guys might have to look up. You guys probably have to look up what's it called, a facsimile version, like a reprint of this, in order to get it in an affordable version of the character origin. Oh, it's just fine. Like I have facsimiles, plenty of a lot of issues and keys that I can't afford personally right now, so it's a-okay. But Detective Comics issue number 40, for those that don't know, is the first appearance of Clayface into the DC universe. The first two seasons, in my opinion, are the best, as well as the Batman versus Dracula. Yeah, so I actually do know about the Batman versus Dracula. That's actually funny, but I never watched the show. This Clayface is going to be the first movie in the new DCU timeline, according. So now this is the first one. Where's that at, Double A? Where's that being said at? I need a source. I need to see that. I could probably use my Googles right now, but because I need a source for that, bro. I have no issue buying omnibuses. Neither do I at all. Like I said in again referencing my video I just put out, I own 3 omnibuses for Green Lantern for Volume 2, the Hal Jordan Silver Age run, and I own quite a few of the Silver Age like separate issues. I have a very, very low grade copy of the first appearance of Sinestro that I paid about like roughly around like $200 some for. It's very rough, but it's the first appearance of Sinestro, so I didn't mind that. I have a first appearance of Star Sapphire, and that one I paid a little bit more because it was in higher grade, higher quality of the pages on that book. So yeah, I do not mind buying omnibuses and compendiums for sure. I'm surprised some characters were there from the beginning, 1940. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Joker was what, like Batman's first villains, I want to say, was Joker. And then in the Silver Age, more or less, is when we get most of Batman's rogues gallery for certain. Like once we get into like the like everyone, there's appearances, of course, like in the golden age of Batman, and then there's revamps and reappearing of first appearances in the Silver Age. You got to always be careful and double check when you see that, because like first appearance of Silver Age for Two-Face is I want to say it's Batman issue 234, if I'm not mistaken. Batman 234. Oh no, 134. 134 is Two-Face. Let me double check. Batman. Where's my caps lock on? Batman first Silver Age Two-Face. 230. It's 234, not 134. I was right the first time. Haha. But Golden Age Two-Face was when Golden Age Two-Face was in the Crimes of Two-Faces Detective Comics issue number 66. Issue number 66. Got you. Brandon said, I prefer trade paperbacks. I have the first 2 volumes of Skybound Transformers. Yeah. If you guys, like for modern books, and if you guys don't want to drop like $4, $5, $6 per comic issue in the current modern day of books coming out, I highly urge and suggest that you guys go for trade paperbacks, compendiums, and omnibuses. It's definitely more bang for your buck, and you'll still have high quality page printings of the stories that you want to get into. Webslinger said some characters are like Green Lantern and Flash, where the second version is more popular. Yeah, I can definitely say, because Golden Age Green Lantern, Alan Scott, he was a totally different type of Green Lantern, and then when the Silver Age came around in the 60s, he definitely had there's a switch up. It ended up being, instead of mystic like powers that were bestowed onto him, it was actually cosmic and sci-fi entity in origin, and ended up being part of like a galactic peace corps, or the core of Green Lanterns per se. So definitely switch up and changes of Golden Age to Silver Age, well, in my opinion, was probably necessary for a lot of characters, because Golden Age, as much as we love it, as much as I respect it, it's a little more hokey, and the Silver Age brought a little more seriousness to some of the stuff. Batman was still a little campy and corny in the Silver Age, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot more seriousness brought when it came to characters like Green Lantern, like Superman, and what have you. So Double A said, I'm guessing James Gunn is setting heroes and villains far apart from their hero or villain peers. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna get a Clayface movie. We're not gonna have any hints of Batman, and if we do have a hint of Batman, it's not gonna be the Matt Reeves, aka Robert Pattinson Batman that we've gotten before. So, yeah, remember the Penguin show? Actually, tuned into it. Penguin was actually fucking dope as shit. Penguin was very good. Yeah, very, very surprised and shocked by that one. Brandon said Bronze Age Batman is the GOAT, my personal favorite version of the Dark Knight overall. Yeah. After Silver Age and then the Bronze Age came around, and we call that modern day Batman as we know him. He basically turned into the Dark Knight version of Batman, and that's how we all love our Batman. But don't get it twisted. I like Silver Age Batman. I like the campy stories. I like Adam West, and I like the Adam West TV show of Batman. I simply adore it. I really can't not watch it. You know what I mean? That's why I own all of it on Blu-ray and DVD, the full collection, because I have such a soft spot for that TV show and the way it's portrayed, and those characters, the iconic look of those characters too, man. Hold on, let me check something out real quick. Had to sneeze a few more times, guys. If one hates Batman 1966, do they even have a soul? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. You like Crisis on Infinite Earths and the new era that would bring? I do like Crisis. I like Crisis a lot. I have the full run in the box, actually. Yeah, I enjoy it. I do. Yes. Okay. You know what? Also, too, man, I'm gonna pull it up. Why? Let's try to speculate this real quick. Why did the Green Lantern trailer get pulled off of YouTube? I really want to know why that happened. I really do. That apparently that happened like what, within the last few days, or like has it been a week since it happened? I must be mistaken or out of the loop on that regard. I can't actually. No, you know what? Because I ripped the trailer. I took the trailer off of YouTube. Like I copied and like downloaded it on like a pirate website that rips YouTube videos. So the original Warner Brothers page had the trailer up still on their channel, and I took it down from it. It wasn't no more than about like 4 or 5 days ago. So they had to have taken the trailer down off of the main page within the last 4 days. I really want to know why they did that. Hold on. Now I'm gonna look it up. Lanterns trailer pulled. How did they do that? Oh yeah, some people have already talked about it 4 days ago. DC Studios has suddenly pulled Lantern's trailer from almost everywhere. What's going on? All right, here we go. Let's share screen so you guys can see this for yourself. It was brought up here in chat, and I may have said it myself, but somebody pointed it out to me in chat that this actually just happened recently, and I'm like, yeah, this actually. What the fuck? Why isn't this showing? Sorry, guys. Sorry, I thought that was already on screen. DC Studios has suddenly pulled Lantern's trailer from almost everywhere. Published on April 24th. The article reads, you know what? Before we start this article, guys, I think it's let's do another shot of bourbon. Well, since I have you guys here, we're in celebration mode tonight, guys. We're hanging out. I'm back on YouTube. The first video that hit over 1,000 views dropped about 2 days ago, so I'm happy about that. Again, I'm reiterating for everybody that just joined in the room right now, and we gained over about like 12 to 13 new subs to the channel. So we're gonna do another shot of bourbon for all of you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, let's go ahead and do it. All right, bourbon is poured. Like I said, tonight we're drinking Bullet Bourbon Frontier Whiskey, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, one of my favorites. So cheers, skull, salud to all of you guys in the chat and everybody watching this on the replay. Thank you guys so much for always showing support when you guys joined up on the channel, and many more to come. It only goes up from here. Skull, cheers. Woo. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Now this article. So we have it published right here. This is shared from comicbook.com stating DC Studios has suddenly pulled Lantern's trailer from almost everywhere. And the article reads as follows. DC Studios has severely highly anticipated projects in the pipeline, including the recently revealed Clayface. The Green Lantern-inspired series Lanterns is most certainly in that category of releases. And though DC Studios released the first trailer for the series earlier this year, that trailer suddenly became much harder to find. In fact, it's vanished from every official DC and HBO account, with one key exception. If you want to find the Lanterns trailer, you won't find it on official channels or accounts for DC and HBO Max, as it appears to have been pulled from those accounts as of yesterday. The reasoning behind that is unclear, but yesterday also saw the release of official posters and motion graphics for Lanterns, which got their own lane of discussion upon release. The one place you can still find the trailer from an official account is James Gunn's initial post upon the trailer's released. So right here on X, you manifested it early. The official Lanterns teaser is here, coming this August. Lantern's new tagline is generating lots of reactions. Only one can wear the ring. See, I brought this up in my fucking video, man. Like, why is there only one ring? One ring to bind them. I couldn't help it when I made the video. I had to throw it in there. But it just doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? Like, if it's only one, if only one can wear the ring, how come Aaron uses it in the trailer when he gets driven off the cliff by Hal? Like, that's one of the dumbest fucking scenes I've ever seen pieced together as far as motivation on how to get a recruit or a rookie to step up to the occasion. Like, Hal literally comes off like a fucking psychotic schizo if he's putting the ring on the dashboard, and then he looks at him and he's like, okay, and then he hops out of the driver's seat and drives the car off the cliff, and in order for John to put it on and like in a panic, like bring about its power. Like, somebody in the chat or somebody watching this, put it down in the comments. Tell me how that makes sense. Please, I would love for you to fucking dismantle and argue why that makes sense, because it doesn't fucking make any for me. It's one of the dumbest ways I've ever seen portrayed to try to get some fucking to get somebody to like pull up their bootstraps and rise to the occasion. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. I really hope that that's not like a final cut and there's like something more added to it if that's the case, but it's so fucking stupid. And this tagline for this new image right here, only one can wear the ring, doesn't like fend well for it. All right, I'll stop and I'll keep going with the article. The first poster recently arrived for the new series, which showcases the Power Ring's new design and the two leads of the series in shadow underneath it. The tagline, however, is what has generated the most discussion, as the poster says, "Only one can wear the ring," and the recontextualizes the trailer quite a bit. Upon first watch, the trailer seemed to focus on Hal Jordan training Jon Stewart and being a Green Lantern so he could assume full-time Lantern status. Debatable. While there were bits of conflict between the two characters, it seems more like it was because of clashing personalities. The tagline of "only one can wear the ring" changes that quite a bit, as now it seems like Stewart might already be good to go on his training, but Jordan isn't ready to give up the ring yet. That doesn't seem like it's the case if he just puts it on the dashboard for him to grab it. If they are indeed only dealing with one power ring in play, certain confrontations seen in the trailer could be part of a larger push and pull story between two people who want to wield the ring, but only one can. This is just fucking like Lord of the Rings meme galore right now. I can't not make Lord of the Rings puns when I read this or in my head. I'm sorry, I can't. As for why the trailers have disappeared, that's not clear yet, but hopefully it means that a new trailer is on the way and they're just paving the way for it now. On the way and just paving the way for it now. Good English, by the way. For now, we'll just have to wait and see. Lanterns will release on HBO Max in August 2026. I'm pissed when they put all these classic like Sinestro and Lantern visuals with the comics next to it, like it has anything to do with it. All right, we'll stop sharing that. So, because I think we're done talking that article. But that is just really fucking stupid to me, dude. It's really fucking stupid to me. It makes absolutely no sense. One ring between two lanterns, a rookie and a legend, or AKA a grizzled veteran Green Lantern. This just doesn't make any damn sense. And those are the people that want to argue that the Green Lanterns at one point did have suits that they could put on by themselves. Like, when was that exactly in the timeline when they can put their own suits on and they didn't have to manifest it with the ring? Was it like for an offshoot or a one shot? Because it wasn't in any of the origin stuff with Hal Jordan. I'll tell you that right now. Matter of fact, we can look that up right now. You see the internet is up over the suit because in most Green Lantern adaptations, the suit is something that materializes with the ring. Well, it turns out in the comics, the Green Lantern suit actually used to be a physical suit during the celery. What the fuck is that? And you know what? There was a part in the Silver Age where it was like hanging up in a closet, but dude, that was like for one small part. That's not for like the longevity of the character. I'm sorry. Like, even in modern day, they depicted it as being manifested from the ring. So yeah, I don't want to hear that. It's one of the dumbest things, honestly. Real quick in chat, because I know I'm keeping up with a few of you. I suspect that DC wants to kill lanterns. Nice play on words. I'm grabbing a Sprite, playing Indiana Jones' and Emperor's Tomb before I head to bed. We'll still be listening and chiming in. No worries. Sounds good. I meant didn't Ironheart show, my bad. Makes no sense to name it lanterns plural if it's only one person that can wear the ring. Well, arguments are made because Sinestro has been casted. We're going to get more, and I said this in the video, we're probably going to get more than just one or two Green Lanterns in it for sure, but I don't think that it's going to be the way that we imagine it's going to happen. I think it's going to be the end of the series or the first season when it's any kind of inkling or like any kind of leaving off planet, if anything, man. So I'll just say that for sure. That excuse legit makes no sense. Old trailers don't get taken down after new ones. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, the trailer got taken down and it's on any official channel on YouTube by HBO or DC. So yeah, that's it's definitely a little. I'm not gonna say it's nerve wracking, but it's definitely concerning. All right, we're an hour and a half in, guys. Shout out to all of you guys hanging out with me. Cheers. Or not cheers. I'm not drinking just yet again. I'm gonna wait a little bit and we'll take another shot for the night. March, April. So a month ago they did. Hold on. Webslinger said, I think back then in the Silver Age, Hal did have a costume you'd have to put on. Don't know when the changed because, you know, comics, but probably since the 1990s is when the Ring can make the costume. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the 90s. It was in the, it was later down the line, like towards like volume 3, like in the mid to early 80s. It was definitely like that from that point on. I want to say like later in the Silver Age run in volume 2 that Hal manifested the outfit as well in the same run as the origin of Hal Jordan's Green Lantern story in the 60s. I want to say that over time it wasn't like that forever, dude. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm getting at for sure. I know that all the Green Lantern stories that I've read, I haven't read the ending of the Silver Age, but I've read the beginning, and yeah, it was a separate outfit in the beginning of the Silver Age, but it wasn't like that forever. It wasn't like that forever. And it became there's more things that become a staple to the character as time progresses versus how it started out in its first like 20 issues of a comic. And I don't hold on to everything. I don't hold on to the first issue of an appearance of a character. That has to be the finite definition version that we get, because if that was the case, the finite and version first appearance version of Batman would just be awful to see instead of the Dark Knight version that we get of the modern age of Batman, honestly. So it works for some, it doesn't work it doesn't work for most. For certain. You know what? I said it right now. I said I wouldn't, but let's go ahead and do it. Let's do another shot. We're gonna do another shot of bourbon, guys. We're gonna wrap up the stream probably like in like 25 minutes. So we'll have like a solid 2-hour stream. But let's get another shot of bourbon in for all of you guys. All right. This is my first time drinking on stream, by the way. No, that's a lie. I think I've done unlimited tirade with Keely and Narrow Dark a few times, and I had beer with me. But this is the first time I could say I've actually drank bourbon, this is the first time I've drank bourbon whiskey on stream. So, shot number 3, guys. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to you guys watching the replay. Thank you guys again. Really appreciate everybody. Skål, salud, cheers. Oh, whoo! Felt that one. All right. All right. All right. Decrepit. Get a hold of yourself. Brandon said, I'm all for changing and fleshing out characters, but there is a limit. Yeah, I agree. There is a limit. Okay. I think that this was the last article that I was going to bring to the attention of the for the class, and then we can get into a little bit of comic book talk. I agree, Webslinger. Yeah, the costume itself does look trash, barely any green. I agree. There's no green in my Green Lantern Corps. What the fuck are we doing? All right. So this article came out like a little under a month ago, and it says Supergirl over 8 test screenings so far, 3 different composers, multiple endings, and more Superman. Ay, ay, ay. Sounds fun, don't it, guys? The article reads as follows. Test screenings often give an early look at a film, but the version audiences see in theaters can be very different. Take Ryan Coogler's Sinners in late 2024. The cut shown then ran nearly 3 hours, lacked the opening expositional monologue, skipped Sammy's return to the church, and relied heavy on voiceover and featured a much less prominent score. Many early scenes were later trimmed and removed entirely, which, according to some I spoke to, improved pacing and tightened the first half of the film, which they watched it again upon release. So, with all that in mind, what's exactly going on with Supergirl? I've been hesitant to dive into the test screening chatter for this one. The film has been screening for months now, and from what I've been hearing, it continues to evolve with each new cut. That's not good. Supergirl has reportedly test screened at least 8 times, more than I can recall for any other studio film this decade. Hey, 8 times might be the charm to finally find out what you have is some fuckery, right? There have been 3 different endings shown, with the latest attached to last week's California screening. That cut reportedly runs around 1 hour and 50 minutes and includes additional Clark Kent Superman scenes. Jesus almighty, dude. The film has also gone through 3 composers, from Tom Holkenberg, no longer attached, and Claudia Sarne, taking over scoring duties just 3 months before the film's release. The musical carousel began in December 2025 when Ramin Djawadi was originally announced. You want the truth? Reactions so far have been mixed. Not disastrous, but not glowing either. Millie Alcock's performance as Kara, Supergirl, keeps being singled out as a major highlight. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll stop this article right there. When that little clip we got at the end of Superman 2025 with her and the whole, like, thanks for watching my dog, bitch. Like, that's just yuck. Ew. Gross. I don't fucking need it. Like how how dumbass kids say it nowadays. It gave me the ick. Yeah. I'll never say that again in my life, but that was like the best way that I could say it, because I heard a younger person in my family say it the other day, and I was like, huh, that's weird. But anyway, it gave me like the real fucking heebie-jeebie weird, like old people hearing something new, and I'm like, I don't like what I'm hearing kind of feelings, right? On the other hand, several sources mention that the action sequences don't quite land. Director Craig Gillespie, we'll say that, doesn't seem to have a full grasp on them. Oh, that's not good. And that the main villain, Krem, feels underwhelming. Reports from multiple screenings do indicate Jason Momoa's Lobo makes a strong impression despite the limited screen time. See, I knew it, dude. I knew it. They teased and they wanted to show off Lobo in this movie, but Jason Momoa was Aquaman in the Snyder Cut. Recycling actors, basically what we're getting with Robert Downey Jr. in the Doomsday film. It's not the same level of hype, but I'm telling you right now, it's the same ballpark and neighborhood of what they like to do with these recycling actors to just live up off of the expectations of past fans' experiences. I can't stand this shit, man. And the limited screen time doesn't that are I already knew he was barely get what we probably saw of him in the trailer. That's probably like half of the screen time already there in itself. The story follows Supergirl is as a jaded, hard-drinking hero drifting through space after Krypton's destruction. She meets Ruthie Mary Null, a young girl seeking revenge on the space criminal who killed her father. Yeah, so for those that don't know, I covered this before. This is based off of a Supergirl comic that was released within the last 10 years. So this Supergirl comic book, or the Supergirl story, is getting melded and meshed with other things that have come, and it's based off stuff from the prior decades. it's actually based off of something that's very modern, more modern to the point where it's actually low-key a current storyline in the comics. So just saying that this Supergirl movie, it's based off of something very, very recent, very new. Fuck me. I have to look it up now real quick. Well, let's put a hold on the article. Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow comic. It came out in, oh my god, and it's written by Tom King. I don't know how I fucking forgot that. Oh my god. It came out in 2021, guys. Oh my god. They're basing this movie off of a Tom King Supergirl comic that came out in 2021. Let that sink in real quick for you guys. Oh my god. I'll show you guys the preview because I've shown it before on the stream prior, I want to say, but we'll show it again for you guys that have never caught that. Uh Tonally, the movie is said to be darker. Shocker. I doubt it, though. And more character driven than traditional superhero fare, leaning heavily into Kara's emotional trauma and moral ambiguity rather than lighthearted heroics. She is described as jaded and at times reckless. The use of music and needle drops has been described as very reminiscent of Guardians of the Galaxy. Fucking shocker. Who's shocked? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to blow the mic in your ear. But who's shocked? Not me. I'm not shocked. That comes as no surprise. I told you guys this movie looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And this right here, this article from worldofreal.com. Yeah, I know. I don't even know this website as well as I know some other ones, but that right there just confirmed my suspicion. Jesus Christ, stuttering tonight. Additionally, the editing reportedly leans into a more episodic planet hopping structure. It plays almost like a space western. Get the fuck out of here. Space western. Oh my god. I'm like rubbing my eyes and my forehead right now in like stress of the fact that every project is a space western, a sci-fi fantasy project that's dark and riveting and oh my god, I just want to fucking I can't say what I want to do on the YouTube right now, but yeah, I want to do violent things to certain things. Listen, the film is tested over 8 times, so I imagine it's either not good or Warner Brothers is really reworking it for a perfect version, or maybe the truth lies somewhere in the middle. It's very hard to tell because the edit keeps changing from screening to screening. That's the end of that article. All right, now that I stop that, I can show you guys real quick. This right here. Oh, hold on. Whoops, it always does that. I've shown this before. I've talked about this before on stream, so I'm just going to show you guys again real quick. But this movie is literally based off of this comic right here. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And this came out in 2021. And it is written by Tom fucking King. It's written by Tom King, guys. Tom King is also a writer of the current DC projects. James Gunn and Tom King were talking in a fucking bathroom stall while on the shitter. One of them was blowing the other. And he's like, you know what? He's like, you know what? I was thinking about that comic that you wrote. Why don't we just make that the Supergirl story and we'll tie that in with Superman? Oh my God. This is going to, I think the fallout from Supergirl might be worse than the Lantern fallout. I think that might be, oh, this is going to be such a shit show, dude. Oh God, I can't stand it. I can't wait for it because I want debauchery and a whole bunch of shit to come from this because YouTubers are going to have a field day. But this is just, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Supergirl is like James Gunn himself if he were a girl. Yeah. not just any Supergirl comic released recently, but a Tom King Supergirl comic that was released. Yeah, man. Yep. It was based on a Tom King comic of all things. And Gunn has been glazing over it, like how he glazes over Tom King and treats him like this grand visionary. Yep. I think Tom King is a hack. Tom King is a hack. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I don't enjoy none of his work. I just think he doesn't understand these characters. And this is just so infuriating. All right, let's stop sharing that. We'll get out of there. We'll stop looking at that. It's hurting my eyes. Okay, but yeah, Supergirl, it's not going to bode well. It's not going to be good, and it's not going to be pleasant for anybody involved, and especially the viewership. So I definitely am just going to wait for the fallout of that dumpster fire for sure, guys. I think that was pretty much the majority of the topics. The whole topic for tonight was that James Gunn abandoned the authority, and then the thing with Clayface, lanterns, and what have you, like touching on some of the stuff, like I already said in my video, but I just had to elaborate and enunciate some of it. But yeah, the James Gunn DCU, excuse me, I have to correct myself. The James Gunn DCU is just it's a pure fucking mess. Pure mess. It's a pure accident. And I just don't know why these people think that people that are shilling for this and defending this are just saying, like, at least we get to see Green Lanterns on screen. At least we get more Superman. At least we get some stuff from DC. At least we're going to finally see Green Lanterns on the big screen. Like, is that just what you people expect? Is this just how you guys just are like seal? Like how Raging Rhino has I wish I had Raging Rhino's seal clapping clip right now, because that's how I feel. Like all these people that are clapping and cheering just to see this stuff on screens or during streaming so they can talk about it and just talk about how awesome it is to finally see a Supergirl movie. Newsflash, there was a Supergirl movie back in the 80s. So if you want to go watch that movie wasn't that great, but it's probably going to be better than whatever the fuck comes out this year. Jason, again, I can enunciate it again. Jason Momoa, complete joke to just bring him in after he was Aquaman for all those years in the Snyderverse. It's just, what a mess, man. If I was running this shit, I would hard stop everything, wipe the slate clean. I would start with a Batman film. I don't even know if I would fucking continue with Matt Reeves' Batman, but it's definitely better than the plan that James Gunn has, believe me. All right. All right. I think we'll probably wrap up in like 10 minutes or so. I've been yapping for a good amount tonight. I think let's get League of Comic Geeks up real quick, and let's talk about, we can maybe look at a few comics that are coming out this Wednesday. New comics this week. All right, here we go. Typically on the older episodes of Hang Out with Your Floppy, I would start out with the new comics of the week, and then I would talk about things afterwards. But I think this is the layout we're going to be doing now, where I might mention some new comics, or we can look at the rollout for new comics of the week after I cover like topics and talk to you guys for a bit. So this is what's coming out this Wednesday, guys. We have Ultimates number 23 from Marvel, Captain America issue number 10 from the new volume. We have Zatanna issue number 1 hitting the shelf. We also have Punisher number 3 from Marvel. And then we got Skinbreaker number 8 from Image Comics. We also have Batman and Wonder Woman Truth number 1 hitting the shelf. Our Avengers Armageddon number 1 is hitting from Marvel. We're going to be getting the facsimile of Swamp Thing number 1 from 1989. Gunslinger Spawn number 53 is going to be hitting the shelf. Last week, the big seller was the Spider-Man Superman crossover number 1. So I don't know if anybody picked that up. If you did, let me know in the comments of what you thought about it. If you did end up reading it, but I didn't grab it. My shop, they have some leftover copies. I was thinking about getting it, but yesterday when I went to my LCS, I ended up just getting my pull list of Green Lantern books that I had waiting for me. I had like 7 copies of Green Lantern that I didn't pick up. It was a fucking chunk of change, I tell you. Planet She-Hulk #6 from Marvel's dropping this Wednesday. Justice League Intergalactic Special #1 is going to be coming out. Free Comic Book Day. That's on May 2nd, though, so we're not going to worry about Free Comic Book Day yet. Generation X-23 #3 is coming out from Marvel. Image is hitting hard, too, as well. We got Feral issue #22 coming out. Battle Beast is at while I have Image Comics on my mind. Battle Beast from the Invincible universe is doing pretty well. Issue #9 is down the pipeline. Issue #8, I picked up my issue #8, read it. I love Battle Beast right now. I have nothing bad to say about it. Invincible season 4 was fucking amazing, by the way. I just wanted to say that real quick, that I love the Invincible show. I think when time permits, with a lot of the other videos that I have planned that I'm cooking up right now, I need to make a video on Invincible and profess my love for it. Doom 2099 Rage of Doom issue #1 is going to be coming this Wednesday. Wonder Man issue #2 also from Marvel. Alien, oh, that's Free Comic Book Day. I don't know why it keeps showing me Free Comic Book Day books. Predator Bloodshed #3. I Hate Fairyland, aka Fuck Fairyland, and issue #50 is going to be coming out this week. Then we got Harley Quinn and Elvira issue #6. I got a buddy of mine that actually is collecting that. I'm gonna have to grab him a copy. Sam and Twitch Case Files issue #23. And then some more of the indie stuff. This week's not too much of a big week. All the shops are gearing up for May 2nd for Free Comic Book Day. I know you guys are probably going to be checking that out. Mad Cave Studios, is Ted okay? I don't even know anything about that story. Hellboy is getting a facsimile for Black Eyes issue #1. Sonic the Hedgehog, that's a Free Comic Book Day as well. All right, I think there's not too much coming out this week, actually. A lot of this is Free Comic Book Day stuff that's going to be hitting the shelf. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Yeah, it's a short week, which is what I like. We'll stop sharing that. You checked out the Superman Spider-Man crossover. Yeah, like I said, no, I didn't. Not yet. I might pick up a copy this week. Like I said, my LCS, they have some spares, and he asked me if I wanted one, and I said, I'll pass. But he said if I change my mind, he's got some on the side. Maybe I'll grab one just to read it. So maybe I could talk about it next week if that's what you so choose. I am, if nothing, a man of the people. Brandon said, I've denounced modern Marvel and DC books. I do not expect anything of decent quality and refuse to buy newer Big 2 books until the damage is undone. I will say this, dude. DC is trying a lot better than Marvel is. That's what I will say. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Gah, IDW Sonic. Yeah. Ghost Machine is probably the best from Image. You know what, man? I do hear the Ghost Machine plight. Rook Exodus is my favorite from the Ghost Machine run. I tried Red Code out. I've said it before here on multiple streams that Red Code just didn't hit for me the way I wanted it to. Hyde Street's pretty good. And then they did something that was like Sisterhood or Sister something from Hyde Street, like a spinoff. I tried that one out. I didn't really like it a whole lot. But Hyde Street, like the main title Hyde Street series, is good. What else was there? Oh, Geiger. I kind of gave up on. I'm kind of Geigered out. Geiger's been going for a while, even before this new vamp of Ghost Machine was going on. So I'm a little overkilled or overstimulated from Geiger. So I kind of put that one down. I kind of feel that the Invincible books are a little more hotter right now with Image. Like, even though the Invincible run came out in 2003 and it ended already, it has a conclusion. there's trade paperbacks, there's compendiums and collected omnibuses and volumes of Invincible right now that are selling like hotcakes. My LCS in my hometown, they can't even keep it in stock. Like they're selling out every time it's on the shelf. Like Invincible's hot right now, and Image has a fucking winner with it. It's just a shame. It's a shame that it took all these years past the fact that the comic came out for the show to be adapted, and then they hit their fire and their liquid gold with it. So for sure. Webslinger, been thinking of checking out Jeremy Adams' Flash and Green Lantern. Check out Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern. I can't profess it, I can't sing those praises enough, man. I have literally like 12 issues displayed of the Jeremy Adams run on my wall right now. I'm looking at it right now, and I have like a shelf display, and I have multiple like variant covers. But aside from the covers, dude, like the story is just Jeremy Adams. He gets the character. Like Jeremy Adams, I want to say he's almost on par with Jeff Johns. Like he can stand next to Jeff Johns. If Jeremy Adams, like if Jeff Johns was ever in charge of a Green Lantern project and he needed help, I would say that put Jeremy Adams next to Jeff Johns, because those guys would do immaculate things for the character of Green Lantern if they were given the control. Immaculate things, I tell you. DC released a fart fetish book. Oh, fucking the Harley Quinn one. I know, dude, but that, like, I'm telling you, there's a lot of flops, but there's some diamonds in the rough when it comes to DC. Trust me. Rook Exodus is awesome. Heard there have been unfortunate delays. Yeah, the delays is killing me, but Rook, I'm holding out because Rook Exodus, I bought every issue, every cover of Rook. I bought the collected volume trade paperback, so I'm supporting Ghost Machine with Rook every chance that I can. Yeah, best believe. Oh, these fucking allergies are just still killing me. I can never go a stream where I don't have like a fucking congestion or like a sniffle or something going on, can I? Only new book I've been following is Skybound Transformers, which has recently pissed people off with number 30. Ooh, what happened with number 30 in Transformers? Tell me. I've started with Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern run, and then I stopped. But if you say it's good, try it out. I'm telling you, it's really good. I co-sign it. I feel that way. I do. But we hit the 2-hour mark. Congratulations, everybody. We made it. I'm waiting for Brandon to say what's wrong with Transformers, but then I think we might be doing our sign-offs here pretty soon. All right, I'll let him let me know about that. But guys, tonight has been fun. Tonight's been great. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Optimus Prime gets cucked and Alita 1 gets the Matrix, making her. Oh no. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm sorry I asked. All right. Let's get out of the funk. I am really happy with tonight's turnout. We had a lot of fluctuation in like numbers and viewers tonight, so that's good. I appreciate that, guys. Like I said, it's not about the numbers, but it's cool to see it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm just having fun with this, and this is just really like an amazing opportunity to get to like talk to you guys and to like network with a lot of the community members that I'm a part of. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the live chat tonight. Shout out to everybody. If you guys are watching this on the replay, if you're in the comment section, show some love. Let us know what comic books you're reading and what opinions you have on some of the topics we touched tonight, whether it be Peacemaker, Clayface, Lanterns, what have you, etc. Please let us know what you think. We are dying to talk to you. Over here at the Decrepit channel, we do have strong opinions, but we are not shy away from hearing you guys out on your side of things, of what you feel. And I'm always down to have a dialogue. Check us out in the Discord. We do have a Discord link active on the channel, and I'll put it here in the description as well tonight. I didn't have any mods available tonight. I think it's because I streamed a little bit late, so the mods, if they were here, they would be hitting with all the links. But no worries, no matter. They have their own lives too. So we'll go ahead and get those links to you here in the description. No worries for you guys. Make sure you're following me on X. My handle is right here below my name right here at the Decrepit One. You can find me on X. Hit me up on there. My DMs are always open. And if you guys want to just like quote something or hit me up in the replies on a post I make, that's always welcome too. I am working currently on a couple more videos. Like I said, with this hiatus that was going on, and now everything's slowed down in my life, and I can finally get back to doing some YouTube stuff. The next video is coming way sooner than you think. Be on the lookout for that. I don't think I'm going to be putting out any shorts anytime soon. I know I've made a few shorts here and there on the channel, but I think I'm going to pump the brakes on that. And I think I just want genuine engagement, and I want genuine subscriptions added from videos being put out and live streams being made. So definitely I'm going to be leaning more towards that moving forward. Shout out to everybody that's been sticking around and supporting me regardless of the hiatus being going on here on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. You guys are real as fuck for that. And it's been awesome to see you guys show so much love, especially with this new video. Like I said, 1,000 views on a video is just like, I didn't expect that in the short amount of time that the video has been out. So I just feel very humbled and very appreciative of all that. So thank you so much. And I know not all of it is good views, and most of it, or not most of it, but I know it's good views and bad views, but it's all views at the end of the day. So that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And we do this just to have fun, right, guys? So I think real quick, I'm going to have one more shot for you guys before I go. Let me grab something real quick, and then I'll do a shot. All right. I had to let my cat back into the room. She was clawing at my door. Yeah, Webslinger, good point. Jerry Conway did pass away. R.I.P. to a legend. That's going to be part of our here. I'm going to pour another shot right now of the bourbon. All right. So we're going to take this shot, then we're going to close the stream out and say bye to you guys. But Jerry Conway, legend in comic book history. Whether you liked or disliked some of the stories that he told, still a legend regardless. He worked on some of your favorite heroes. So rest in peace to a comic book legend. A lot of people probably don't want to give him his kudos where it's deserved, but I will do it here. So cheers to Jerry Conway, salud, skull, and cheers to all of you guys that have been hanging out in the live stream tonight. Really appreciate it. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, cheers to you guys as well. All right. Salud. Oh God. Woo. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Yes, true, Webslinger. He gave us power, girl. Real quick, yeah, I'm gonna throw Jerry on the screen real quick because it's only right. Where the fuck is... Didn't he? Yeah, he co-created Punisher. Fuck you. Oh, these fucking ads piss me the fuck off. Yeah, Mr. Jerry Conway passed away. So, R.I.P. to this legend right here, guys. co-created the Punisher and Miss Marvel. These are just like highlights that like websites like to like point out because they don't know anything about him, so they have to like lift some accolades. But this man was a part of way many other properties and characters other than just these two. So just know that. All right, he was a very important tool in the cog into the machine that is superheroes and comic books that we all know and love growing up. So rest in peace to Mr. Conway. All right, I think that'll be it, guys. So shout out to everybody that was in the live chat tonight. Shout out to the lurkers that we had tonight. Shout out to everybody that's catching this on the replay. Let us know, like I said again, what you think in the comment section. And I think that's going to be it. So it's been a fun time, and we're going to see you guys this Thursday night for Unlimited Tirade. I'm going to be bringing back Unlimited Tirade, okay? So until next time, guys, may the force be with you all, and go piss off. I'm not going to say fuck yourself anymore. I'm trying to be a little bit nicer, but now let's go piss off. So may the force be with you all, and go piss off. Bye, everyone.
Don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up, are growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit.